now. What's your comment about this game? You're the Spectre, right? I had a, pretty decent early game, I guess. So you're not short? Yeah. Wait. After every game, do you even check the scoreboard? Rose Place? Because if you check the scoreboard, you would know if you're ahead or whatnot. You're actually ahead of the enemy, but based on your comment, you're not sure. I had a pretty decent early game, I guess. What do you mean by I guess? It's actually you have a really good early game. Based on the graphs, based on the numbers. Really good game. And then after that, was ahead of the Slark by a huge margin, yes. But what could I have done better to end the game faster? Better item build, laning mechanics, etc. So at this point, you want to focus on laning mechanics, item build, and then late game or killer instincts, basically. Yeah. Let's see it here. It was like 0-7 and then came back. I wonder what happened though, because as Slark, the hero really loves to play in a prolonged team fights, like going in and out. That's the good thing about Slark. The longer the fight, the better for him. Like, I wanted to end the game earlier. I don't know if my teammates are throwing or is it me throwing the game. We will see it. So here, potentially you're going to play against Jakiro and then Earthshaker. Like, in your lane, potentially. And I think it's a very decent matchup that you got in there. Like, it's just fine. But I do have a question in here. Why do you always do this? Or here, it's not really worth it for you to contest the runes. Like, it's only 40 golds, right? It's only 40 golds for your team, so you don't need to risk yourself in there. I mean, now you have vision, but you don't have any other vision on the enemy, right? Look at the position of the map. Here, no one is showing in the bottom, right? No one showing in bottom. So potentially they're all here, potentially. But for some reason, there's only 2 heroes in here. But the trade is that you're going to spend your mana in here and then some tango maybe, or some health. So I will not recommend you going to the rune in the early levels, and now you even use your TP instead of walking back in there. Now you can only cast 1 more spectral dagger. So what is it for you if you have a really low mana early on? You cannot easily last it the range creeps with this kind of mana pool that you have. So if you cannot last it the range creeps of the enemy, potentially they are going to get like faster levels than you. So be careful with your mana usage, and also you already used your 1 tango for your lane, and this is actually huge for your laning, because instead of you going for your core items, you're going to spend more for your consumables. I will only suggest that you go for a for what you call this rune contest if you think you can get a kill, that you're strong. Something like Juggernaut, you know, Sven that has stun. Juggernaut Blade Fury is really high damage early. So those type of heroes, I really wanted to participate in a rune fight. But if you're going to play Spectre, which is really weak early, it's a big no. Same goes for what are those heroes? Morphling, yes. Terrorblade. What else? What are the other heroes? But yeah, even Medusa, Medusa is really weak early, you know. Even Slark, weak early. So I don't want you, the carry, to be participating in that shenanigan. Because now, 2 tango, no mana. Not really worth it. And then you're actually having a free lane right now, but I wonder why you're pushing the lane. Like, you did push the lane. You don't have mana, by the way. You can only cast 1. It's a good thing that you're actually last hitting the creeps. Denying. It's nice. But for me, it's actually better that you just that you just static or control the lane. Because even if the creep wave is around here, you can easily tank it, right? Because you're a Spectre, you have high armor, and they cannot pressure you. It's only Shaker right now. But yeah, what will happen is that the lane is going to be pushed in, and then the range creep. Good thing you last hit that one. The enemy didn't even try to deny. I like your last hitting right now. Nothing has been missed so far. It seems like that you really work on your last hitting. But again, you don't have any more mana, right? What's the thing for this Wraith Band? Armor is good, attack speed is good, but I think it's better that you just go for Magic Wand early. Magic Wand early, then maybe Boots to run faster, and then Blade Mill. I actually like the Blade Mill in here, because Blade Mill is good against Lark and Jakiro, but that's it. Those are the good things about the Blade Mill. But when it comes to the other item that you could get, something like Echo Saber, it's way better in this game. You're actually going to itemize Blade Mill for something like Jakiro support only. And if the Slark is actually good, if the Slark is good, he can easily just pay attention to your Blade Mill, and then when you activated it, or when you cast the Blade Mill, he can just run away from you. You went for Midas? That's good if you went for Midas because you're really farming. But if you went for Midas, that's something that is not gonna solve your mana issues. But when it comes to the Echo Saber, it will really solve your issue, and then you'll be more tanky because of the stats that it will give. And you're actually contesting it in here. You're getting harassed so much. You're getting harassed so much. And then you're only going for the Jakiro. Not really worth it. Like, this is only support, bro. This is only support. Alright? That's only support. If you're going to the Shaker, like harassing the Shaker in there and then trading, it's fine. I'll prefer it. But if it's only for Jakiro, and let's say you kill the Jakiro, let's say you kill the Jakiro in here, he will respawn with like how many seconds? 15 seconds, and then he will get like full HP and mana, and then TP back to top and then harass you again. But here, Shaker is the off lane. He cannot really afford to die quickly. Even if he die with full HP and mana and respawn, you know. It will delay his timing because he's the core. And then now you're buying 6 tangos. How many tangos you bought so far? Right? So all of these small mistakes about the trading and then contesting the rune as well, it's all coming into play now. Like, it will go down. Not immediately, but kind of gradual process, you know? Because you started the lane with 2 tangos, you bought another set of tangos. And then you contested the large camp and then harassing the Jakiro instead. So therefore, you're out of tango again. You should just keep on prioritizing your last hitting, which is nice. You're doing it right now, properly. Just do it more often. And last hit, bro. Last hit over deny, always. Especially if you're core. It's like he's tilted because he cannot do anything in the bottom lane, and then he fed in the top lane. You're actually leveling up the Spectral Dagger even though you don't have any mana item, and then the Lion is forced to sustain you with your mana. Cancel Clarity. You have 6 tangos, by the way. 6 tangos. Now you can take advantage of your 6 tango. Keep going on the Shaker. Yep. Keep going. Alright, you have boots now. Gloves? Okay. Or maybe this is the time that you will not complete your power charges and go for the Midas. Last hit, no contest. But still, you're really doing a great job. Last hitting, I liked it.
War has come to Radiant's bottom tower.
32 and 12, really nice last hitting from you. Although the enemy is just bad because they're not contesting you. Spectre is one of the heroes that is really weak or will really lose the lane. But the later the game goes, the better for her. Alright, power treads almost. Last set, nice. Maybe some clarity as well. By the way, everyone is kind of missing. Why do you even go for Haunt? Like, it's actually better that you just hold these skill points. Because if you go for Haunt, you still don't have mana, right? So... stack it? No, not stacking. Alright. It's a better call to just jungle in here. Ocean Heart, cut the tree. It's still not fixed though. It's still not fixed the lane. It's going to be risky if you play in here with no mana. Last hit. Maybe do you know that you can deny this? You can attack any sentry or observer inside of the spawn box. If you denied that, you can actually try to pull as well. From here to here. Just cut this tree or this tree. You can pull it for yourself. Not just with your support. And also, if you're going to use your Spectral Dagger, yep, power treads, that's nice. Nice usage. Nice conservation of your mana. Desolates, that's interesting. This is really interesting. Like, you go for power treads and then you go for Midas. This is actually greedy of you, Rose Plays. Because if you're this ahead, you should go for a proper item. If you go for Midas, you're going to farm. You're going to contest them from farming. And think about the enemy's lineup. They have Slark, and then they have Medusa. If you go for this route, like passive gameplay, like contest the farm against them, chances are you're going to lose against them. Especially against Medusa. It's fine to be greedy, but you need to assess risk. Like, you need to recognize the matchups, you know? Slark and then Medusa, especially Medusa, you cannot easily play against Medusa. Unless you're so ahead of items, but again, they have two cores. You have Nature's Prophet and then Legion Commander, but I'm thinking in here, into the mid game, it's a matter of the execution. Because in your game, or in your lineup, you have Black Hole, high cooldown spell, and then Haunt, high cooldown spell. But when it comes to the enemy, they only have like Echo Slam on the Shaker, which is an offlane only. And this one is Chaotic Offering, hard support. But with the other heroes, they don't have like really big high cooldown spells. You, as the carry, has a really high cooldown spells. So you might need to consider those things. If you're really this kind of ahead, I will recommend you to go for proper item. When I say proper item that can really make you fight and then stop the enemy from farming. Because for me, it doesn't matter how good or how fast your item timing. Because if you cannot use that timing, or you cannot use your advantage to stop the enemy from farming, it's gonna be useless. It's gonna be you know, it's gonna look so bad. Like, yeah, sure, you got like 4K net worth, or let's say what's the timing in here? Let's take a look. Let's say you have like 12 minutes Hands of Midas. This is how much does it cost? The Midas altogether. 2.2k. But then again, that 2.2k could be Yasha, or it could be almost Echo Saber, an item that can help you farm and then fight. Whereas Midas, it could only be used for farming for the most part. Of course, it will give you like attack speed bonus based on the components, but it doesn't really give you stats or versatility when it comes to fighting. And again, if you really want to be greedy, you can just go for Boots and then rush the Midas immediately. Boots and then Midas. You don't need to complete the power treads if you really want to go like this. And also, when it comes to the Radiance, any Radiance beyond 20 minutes, it's bad. Any Radiance after 20 minutes is bad. It doesn't matter if you have Midas. But if you got like 20 minutes with Radiance, it's really bad. Why? Because Radiance is a farming item again. You can try to fight with Radiance, but it doesn't really help you to survive. Like this will only give you plus damage, 60 damage, and then the burn active. But that's it. It's not gonna help you survive in a team fight. Like stats, mana, you know, mobility, nothing. Also, use the Midas to the largest creep out there. And why you're going on this? Okay, he's dead. Slark is just bad. Really bad Slark. If the Slark is bad, you're greedy. And you're basically giving them chances to farm, to make a comeback. So, by the way, Rose Blaze, you level up the Haunt as soon as you get level 6, right? But you're already level 10 and you still haven't used your... So this is what I say when it comes to the holding points on the skill, or just using it immediately. Because if you go for level 6 Haunt, I'm going to ask my team to guys, make something happen, like gank the Medusa or gank the Slark, and then I will use the Haunt. But since it didn't happen, it's useless. You could even add more points to the Desolate or the Spectre, and then that will really help you farm than this, if you're just looking for farm. And what's the other neutral item? Yeah, there's no good item. Yeah, this one is way better. Like using the Haunt to kill the Medusa, it's really good. But then again, it's 15 minutes into the game when it went to this point. Quinn is like, what's the MMR Quinn? Like CCNC. Is that 10k or 11k? Of course he can make it happen. But I'm not sure about not even dying one. I'm not sure about that. I could say that he could stop games up to 7k, but I'm not sure about not dying once. I doubt it. He's rank 1, but what's the MMR? And also he's a pro player. I don't doubt his ability though to dominate games. The only doubt that I have is not dying once in those games. Because there are chances that the team will kill him, you know? Not just the opponents. I wonder what you're doing in here, Rose Place. Like, look at here, look at here. You're busy farming, and then you're going for the small creeps before the large creep to maximize the Desolate. That's good. But after this here, look at your farming pattern. Like, you're finishing this, and then you didn't see this. The creeps are dying in here. Like, you could actually, instead of farming in the medium camp, you can actually go in here. Because everyone is in bottom, right? And if you want to help your team, the best help that you can give is get your items, get your timings properly. Get your item timings and then Haunt. If you're going to help them without Haunt, you're not actually helping them.
Double damage.
Yo, Andy, why you're saying to stop playing Spectre? This is a coaching session. And you're not helping him. You even use caps lock for it. Here, this is in the past, by the way. That's why we are analyzing the replay, so we could see the bad and then the good things. And it depends on the player if he wants to continue playing the hero or not, based on the experience, you know? And why you stop in here? 17 minutes. You actually have enough gold for the Echo Saber in here. 2.5 only. So, when it comes to your farming pattern in here, Roseblaze, those, especially when you TP'd to the bottom lane, or let me show it here once more. Where is it? Before you even TP. Yeah, here. So, before you even TP or help your teammates, when it comes to the team fight, you have to look for yourself first. Like, look at the minimap first. Everyone is missing from top and in the mid lane. So, possible that they're going to play in the bottom lane, like, all together. But even if you play to the bottom right now, like, help them, and then let's say you win a team fight, you cannot easily get objectives. Like, tier 2, it's still healthy, and then there's a fortification. Right? So, you have to know those things, like your timing. You have to consider all those things. And also, you're a carry. You're not support, you're not offlane. That will create space for the team. Your team is actually creating space. Because the whole enemy is busy in the bottom instead of ganking you in your jungle. Right? The enemy is busy on fighting your teammates. So you have to take advantage of the space that they do or that they provide to you. And how do you take advantage of the space? Keep on farming. Keep on farming. Even if you have the spells in here, like let's say the Enigma's Black Hole, there's no setup. Like, there's no Blink Dagger or whatsoever that can make it happen. And even if you win the fight and then use Black Hole and everything, the enemy is just gonna respawn quickly. And then they will defend the tower. So it's better just to keep on farming. And also, if you can, since you went for this build like Power Treads and then Midas, you cannot easily take advantage of the Ancients. You cannot clear the Ancients, whereas the enemy has Medusa that can easily take advantage of the Ancients later. Or even with like level, with no items, you know, with just levels. He can go for the Ancients.
What just happened? The Legion is grateful.
And you're participating in the team fight again. You're actually contesting the teammates farm in here. Okay? You're contesting against the Nature's Prophet, which is actually your mid. Instead of trying to contest in there, it's way better that you just go in the jungle, in your own jungle. Because you have Haunt right now. If they will fight you guys, like 4 versus 5, like, let's say the Earthshaker, the Radiant will try to fight in the top lane, while you are farming in here, you're farming in here, you can always Haunt in. But here, you're getting really less farm. Because you're contesting with the Nature's Prophet and then also the Experience. And you're committing yourself with with this one. Only Jakiro though. Egg Slam. You're getting low. Warlock as well. Black Hole use. No more cancellation. While you're going to the Warlock though, Warlocks don't have any more spells. And yeah, they respond. Like the Slug spawn now. Right? So, there's only 3 heroes in there, but you got baited by the Jakiro, which is only support. And now, The Medusa is free farming all this time, and you wasted like how many seconds in there? 20, 30? Going into the top lane, and then you only get a kill on the Jakiro. No objective. It's worth it if you manage to get the last hit on the Jakiro, but again, not so. I would say that it's still less amount of golds than the whole time that you're jungling. And this is one of the reasons why you delayed your Radiant's timing. You hunt for a dead guy, by the way. You hunt for a dead guy, which is the Shaker. I don't know if you're looking before you even go in there. Like your team can just do it. This guy has been silent, and then no more Blink Dagger, and even else you can go for Blink and then Duel. This guy is dead already, basically, and this guy don't have Echo Slam to turn around the fight. How much gold you got in there? Do you even get golds in there? I feel like 100 maybe? Essence ring maybe? No. And then the Shaker is alive now. Alright? Shaker is alive. Even though no Echo Slam, Shaker still can fight. And you don't have Hunt. And please, you have to take advantage of the Radiants or the Ancient camps. Ancients will give you the most amount of golds ever. I strongly recommend that you watch a pro player, even if it's Spectre or not. You will see the difference between their farming pattern. Like they will prioritize Ancients more than killing or anything, because that's how Ancients are, like the most amount of gold, most amount of experience. Because if you ever try to fight early, potentially you're going to play with your team. You cannot go for solo kills, right? And therefore, if you're playing with your team, you're going to contest with the both golds and an experience. So that's why Ancients is a must when you're playing carry. Why you put this on the mask again? This one is not good anymore. Like they rescaled the lifesteal instead of 7% into the 7 HP only per attack. I would go for the bullwhip instead. And please, like this, like what you're doing, you could just be farming this. Because if you have better target to go, something like Medusa or Slark that has been controlled, or maybe Shaker, that's the time that you can pop your Hunt. But you don't need to be there. You know, you can just farm this entire wave while looking into them. And now Shaker is here. The Blink Dagger is being cancelled. Echo Slam. Maybe the Blink Dagger has been. Maybe he didn't recognize that the Blink Dagger has been cancelled. Like this. Look at here one more time. Power of Radiance. Look at his perspective, right? He's way too focused in here. He didn't see your burn damage. But then again, you're so low because of it. You almost died as well, right? You almost died. Even though you saw the Shaker in there as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Medusa. Black hole used, no more stun. Warlock is not even here, and then you died.
You have my thanks.
What I'm talking about, watching pro players about their carry, it's the farming pattern, not about the pick, Andy. People's gift is actually nice for you to have. But I think the one of the best items you could get in here is I would go for an item that will give you survivability and then mana regen, because you really need mana regen badly. I will go for Essence Ring because no one wants to take it. Aside from Essence Ring, Bullwhip is actually nice, mana regen as well, and then HP regen. But People's Gift will give you really good stats, like for tankiness. But this is more of a fighting than farming, because Bullwhip and then the Assassin's Ring will help you both for farming and then fighting. Especially mana, you don't have any mana items. If you go for Echo Saber, it's really good in this game. If I'm the one playing in this game, I will go for Echo Saber. Maybe after Echo Saber, Diffusal Blade, Manta Style, Scatty. That's the item route that I'm going for. I will not go for Radiance because it's way too greedy, right? Because if you go for Radiance, this item is not going to pressure the enemy to fight or put the enemy to the disadvantage. Even if you have Radiance, they don't care about your Radiance. They can still fight. Like what happened earlier when you go to the past tier 2 in there. Diffusal? It's gonna be a really late diffusal for me. Like 27 minutes into the game. I'm not sure if the Medusa is going for Butterfly now. I don't even know if she's ever going to go Butterfly. Why you're going in? It's fine. You managed to get a kill. Please never start a fight with yourself. Like, I strongly suggest that you go for farm, other side of the map, and then when fight broke up, you go hunt, especially when it's on cooldown. Radiance only with PL. Yes, if there are illusions or you really need wave clear, I would go for Radiance. When I say wave clear, enemy has something like Lycan or even Nature's Prophet, you know, summons. You died. By the way, it's a passive minded. Before you even dive like this again, you have to recognize the spells that you use so far. Okay? There's no duel. Lion dead. That means the only catch that you can get for the slug is only Enigma. But Enigma is nowhere to be found. Like, he is way too far. Even if you manage to let's say catch the slug, since you spend so much time in here, potentially you will not be able to push buildings. Potentially, because Shaker is going to survive or to respawn, and then the lane creeps are way too far. You could even go for the power treads in there. Radiance is good against Zoo meta because those summons will not have MKB at any point of the game. But yeah, there's a lot of ways. Or what the fuck is this? He missed the Fisher. Yeah, that's the thing. If the enemy is really good when it comes to their playstyle, let's say Beastmaster Lycan, they will not give you space to farm your Radiance in the first place. They'll really pressure you before you even go to that point. And that's why if you're going to play like this, like you are starting fight with instead of farming, even though you have Haunt, you're going to lose the fight, or you're going to be out farmed. Because those times, those seconds that you wasted, like walking in here and then starting the fight, you can just be farming in there, and then it's only Shaker, right? You can always pop the Haunt.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
You need to prioritize your farm as a carry, as a Spectre. Especially one of the biggest spikes of Spectre is level 20. The health talent is really good. Because the more health you have, the better the dispersion. I mean, not actually better dispersion, but it will deal, or it will reflect more damage because you have more health with your Spectre overall. And you saw the Medusa in there, even pinging the items. You're actually alone in here. Kind of dangerous. Yep, they're here bottom. You are going to ping them, which is nice. You're actually forcing your team to fight even though there's no black hole. I will not recommend it. You need to check about your teammates. No black hole in this guy. This guy is not a problem because it's Nature's Prophet. And everyone is missing. Everyone is missing. Shaker went to the bottom, which is nice. Because as long as you can see the Shaker, there's no threats on you. Slark cannot kill you alone.
New treasures.
Shaker is the one that will provide stuns. If you are being controlled, potentially the Slark or the Medusa will dish out damage. So you TP to the bottom, even though Shaker was there before. Shaker is missing. I'm surprised that the enemy is not going into you, like killing you. Yeah, keep on farming. Ancients. Still no ancients? Are you going Manta style or what? If you go for Manta style, you could dispel some spells of the enemy. Like Fatal Bonds, Dual Breath. What else? Mystic Snake Slow. You can dodge the Echo Slam if you're really that good. When it comes to the timing. Haunt! Just use Haunt! Because if you don't use Haunt like this, the Shaker will be able to blink in. If you go for Haunt, it will cancel the Blink Dagger. And you will dish out the damage immediately. You don't need to walk like this. Right? If a fight broke, like your team managed to find the important target, like Core, Medusa, Slark maybe, use immediately Haunt. Because that's a core.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And again, objectives. The crypts are too far.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He's dead. You're going to die in here, I think. You're going to die. No objectives taken.
War has come to Radiant's bottom tower.
This is the picture perfect that you can use Haunt. Because at this point of the game, you could either go for the backlines like the Warlock, pressure him not to use any spells, or make him low. And same thing for the Jakiro in here. And then you'll reveal the position of this guy. And he will not be able to blink in. But no, you just want to walk in. Aegis Prophet is actually doing your job in this game. But yeah, whatever. The job has been done. But here. Yep. No objectives. You're chasing a support, by the way. Chasing a support. And again, remember what I told you about Slark? The Slark is so good in a long drawn out fight. And your heroes that has been left, like Spectre and the Nature's Prophet, you have no proper disable to this Slark. The Slark can always go in and out and you cannot do anything about it. If you have Black Hole, if you have Duel, maybe Lion as well, it's good.
Regeneration. I'll take that.
You're dead, no Haunt, level 24, 34 minutes, and then look at the net worth here, the advantage. The longer the game goes, the harder for you to win fights. I mean, not actually that hard, especially if you can land a really good Black Hole and proper duels, you know. But what I'm seeing in here is really most of your Hunt usage, and then your targeting. By the way, you could even check the items of the enemy. Like if this guy has Glimmer or whatnot, you could buy Detection. The guy has 4 staff, so Radiance, nice farming. What about Midas though? Midas, come on. Passive Midas, bro. There's a Lincoln now on the Medusa, which means you cannot easily duel him or duel her. It's going to be like Black Hole now, the only solution to the Medusa. Shaker has been caught. You don't have Detection. All right. And then we're yeah, Shaker. I don't think Shaker can kill you. There's not enough damage. You can kill the Shaker. And by the way, you're using Haunt on the Jakiro. which is only support. It's a good thing that the Slark died.
Fortified with 12 important vitamins and minerals.
Yo, Andy, do you know the rank of this player? What do you mean by Crusader level? This guy is Guardian 4. Why you're so hard on him? He's new to the game. You have to give some leeway to him. Spider legs, by the way.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
You can just use the spider legs in there. But yeah, it's fine. Any objectives?
Radiant's middle tower is under
Objectives.
attack.
Yep, take objectives. But yeah, there's Medusa in there. They cannot go any further. Yeah, no more. Guys are respawning. ALC cannot. He cannot kill this Slark because of the Shadow Dance. No more stun. No black hole. You should TP out and then hunt later. Maybe use salve. Get salves right now so you could regen faster. But even so, I don't think it's a good fight. It's not really a good fight, bro. It's gonna be a suicide for you. It's like it's still a problem, though.
Double kill.
You managed to win the fight. But this is the question: how can you fight this guy? All right, no detections. But since you're this low, like you don't have TP, you're forced to walk back and then die. I knew it's a really bad fight, bro. Because even if you kill the Medusa in there, the Slark is gonna be a problem. No more solution to the Slark. And here, yeah, Snowball. I think the game is practically over at this point. If your team cannot handle the Slark immediately, and then the Medusa, it's going to be a really hard fight for you guys. That's why you need to be more careful about your hunt or your commitment. You basically gave everything away to your Slark, or to the enemy Slark, like 1k just from your straight, because you're ahead. If there's no duel, if there's no black hole, that means it's a free Slark game. Of course, Lion can do the job in there, but the Slark can easily go for Dark Pack in there. Rage buyback. You don't have team, you don't have spells. Like, yeah, GG. It's a GG here, Rose plays. This game is practically over. By the way, if the enemy won a team fight, especially Slark, look at this. The duration of this Essence Shift is really crucial. If the enemy just won a team fight, especially Slark, you have to consider the Essence Shift stacks. Because since he won the team fight, that means he got a lot of stacks from that last engagement. And since you just respawn and then you want to go again, it's still in there. Right? You have to consider this. Essence Shift. You have to reset first before you actually go. And also, it's way better that you play under your vision. Like here. Where's your vision in here? Do you have vision in here before? And also you need dusts instead of magic wand. I've been telling you about it. Not just for Slug, but also for the Warlock. Yeah. So here, you're actually farming in here. Let's take a look again. You saw the Medusa in here. And why do you want to defend in here in the first place? If I'm your Spectre, again, this is the same concepts or same thing that I've been talking to you. If you have haunt, farm. Don't defend, don't fight. Because once you have haunt, you can always go fight. You can always go defend with haunt. All right. So if you're farming in here, you're still getting something, and then you let your teammates defend. No vision, no detection, and yep. It's going to be different though if the Lion or the LC or the Enigma will start the fight. Because if you go in like this, let's say let's take a look in here. So if you're the Spectre, you have to think it this way. For now you're the enemy, okay? You're not the Spectre, you're the enemy, you're the Radiant side. If ever that the Spectre will show up like this, the first thing that I would think about is that the whole team of the Spectre is playing behind him, right? The whole team is behind him. So instead of going to the Spectre, I will go for the important target like this Lion, Enigma, and then LC. Because if you go to the Spectre, it's gonna take so much time to go on him, right? So what does Slark do? He went for the first target, which is the problem in there. Because if he got stunned, he will die. So he got the Enigma in here, but missed the black hole. Alright. And then still have duel, but managed to use the BKB and Shadow Dance in time. And cleaning up the rest. And Shadow Silver Edge, you bought back, Haunt. And then turn around, since there's no black hole, there's no Lion, no threat. Easy game for Slark. Easy game for Slark. Because since you went down in here, the full attention of your team is also on you. So potentially the Lion is looking on you and not paying attention to the Slark's threat. So let's take a look in here with the Lion's perspective, right? Since you wanted to defend top, here. Since you want to go on the Medusa, look at his perspective. He is going for Medusa. He didn't even bother to use Sentry in there. Like this. He's focusing on Medusa because you want this Medusa as well. And then, yeah, he died. No buyback. And this is one of your important targets or important spells. Black Hole Mists. Nothing we can do there. And yeah, it's GG. Do you have any questions to me though? I think the game is over at this point. The game is out of hands. It's actually way better if you just gave the tier 2 top in here, and then if they go high ground, let's say your team is waiting, you can easily fight because they're playing blindly. If only you're farming in here, you basically baited your whole team in there because they're focused on you, on your hero, because you go in first. All right, that's good to hear. Thank you for your time, Rose Place. And let me know if it will give you a result. See it right there? Look at this. Look at this. How to kill the Slark? How to kill the Slark? You have the stuns. You need the stuns basically, especially the Lion, the LC, or even the Enigma. You need the stuns to kill this this Slark, and nothing that you can do in there. But yeah, Medusa is out of hands because you're still dead. GG. Your laptop broke? What happened? That's unfortunate, bro. I mean, I can understand the feeling when something is broken in your technical capability, you know? Like, when the internet is down, I'm really frustrated about it too. So yeah, good luck and have fun with your games, Rose Place.